Hello everyone and welcome back to the FM Scout YouTube channel and a new Football Manager experiment where we take a look at what would happen if you turned the attributes for the backroom staff of a non-league team to the maximum. Now in this experiment that is all we're going to change. We're not going to mess with anything else at the club. It's purely an experiment to see how important the backroom staff are at any club. Now my name is Jen Caldo, you're welcome to check out my channel using the links down below. I do Football Manager experiments 3 or 4 times a week. At the moment I'm doing an experiment where we take a look at a perfect shell for a non-league club, giving them the perfect facilities, stadium and finances and the perfect reputation to get them up the leagues as quickly as possible. So feel free to go and check out my channel down below. But for this experiment, the team that we're going to use is Poole Town. They're currently predicted to finish bottom of the Vanarama National League South. So in theory, they should be dropping out of the game this season, falling below to the 8th division of English football. But thanks to some changes that we've made to the staff, that should at least be avoided, if not put them in a place to promote themselves up to the next division. And what we have done is change all of the coaching and mental stats for the staff, all of the staff, to 20. Now we've done this experiment before with just the manager. This time we're taking it up a new level by doing the same for all of the backroom staff. The goalkeeping coach even has perfect stats. Even the under-18s manager is in theory the best manager in the world. Now we haven't changed anything else. The backroom mentalities have also been changed. If we do look at the staff details for them, you can see their reputation's perfect, all the ambition and everything else is right up where it needs to be. They are world class in every sense, but we have not changed their coaching badges, we've not changed anything else. It's all about the stats alone and how big a difference do the stats make to the game, especially amongst the backroom staff, because if you're like me, you might spend a lot of time looking for the best backroom staff, unsure about how big a difference they make. So we will be finding that out. Now I have also changed their contracts to save time. They're all now extended for 5 years, and if Poole do get promoted in those 5 years, a 50-year contract extension will be triggered to keep them at the club. They're also set to leave at the end of their contract, which means it will take them 55 years to get out of their contract. No other teams should come in to snipe them. The only other thing that could happen is that if they are a little bit old, they could retire, but I think most of them are reasonably young. 54 years old, Robbie Yates might go at some point, but otherwise it's quite a young backroom staff, so they should be absolutely fine. But let's jump ahead 1 year now and see where the team is. Well, we are now 1 year in the future, and you can see that Poole didn't finish down in 22nd place. They actually finished in 9th place, which is a pretty good finish. Not far off the top 6 positions there, really just missing out. I think the playoff cut-off for this league is 5 because only one team goes up automatically. So they did have a bit of work to do, 12 points off the playoff positions. Also went out of the FA Cup in the 3rd qualifying round and the 3rd round of the FA Trophy. So not the most successful season, but definitely a lot better than the media were expecting. They've put them down as 21st, but finishing in 9th is a good finish in the end. And if we take a quick look at the staff, I think they're just about all still there. Killick is still the manager, Callum Brooks, the assistant, is still there, but it looks like they've hired a new chief scout, so we will be bumping that chief scout up to a 20 rating. The under-18s manager is still there, and the head physio has also come in as somebody new, so that's a couple of people we will bump up to 20 in all of the stats ahead of the next game. I think we should let the club progress on its own, and as they recruit more staff, keep building them up and up and up, and just see how far they can take this team up the football pyramid. So far 9th is about what I would expect, given they haven't had any extra money. We haven't boosted the club's facilities or finances or reputation. This is just the backroom staff. I think a 9th place finish instead of 21st is actually a good result. But let's go forward 1 more year and we'll take another look at where the club is. Well, as you can see, a 2nd year in and the team have finished 9th again. 59 points this time, finishing 9 points, or not even that far, 6 points off 5th place. Only just missing out on the playoff positions by a couple of victories. A very tight league this year. they were on 59 points, but 15th or 16th was only on 55, so very, very close in the middle, right up to the playoffs there. But really disappointing, they haven't kicked on, they haven't progressed at all since last season. Again, going out in the third qualifying rounds of both competitions this time. So they've not progressed at all, which is really disappointing. It looks like they've also got less staff than they had before, but I think it's a club doctor who's left. So that was a position that we weren't able to change any of the stats on. It looks like the rest of the team is still here, but you've got to remember they're on 5-year contracts. At the end of the 5 years, it will expire and they will leave the club. They have to get promotion in those first 5 years if they're going to go up. So what I'm going to do now, rather than linger on this stuff, is I'm just going to go forward one more year and see if they can achieve promotion. Well, we are another year in the future, and as you can see, Poole have finally got promoted. They have finished 4th, just about sneaking into the playoffs by 2 points. Again, a really tight middle of the table, but they did do enough to sneak in. They beat Dover 1-0 in the final to put themselves in the Vanarama National League proper, so they will be in a higher division next season. It also means, if we take a quick look at the staff, that they will be on contracts right up to 2071. That is a very long contract on £100 a week. So that is quite interesting. They won't get their contracts extended or changed at any point now. I think they've still got all the same people there. They haven't been poached, they haven't retired, they haven't left. All the same staff that they had before. They have brought in a new under-18s manager though, so I'm curious as to where the other one went, because Vaughan Williams is definitely a new person coming in, but otherwise at least they have managed to make progression for a team that the media are expected to finish bottom of their league. 3 years to promotion is not a bad result. I think if you were a Football Manager player, you wouldn't complain at that too much. So the computer not doing that badly, but I'm still surprised that they didn't kick on that much. I felt like when we did the non-league manager experiment, that moved a lot quicker than this one is, and given all the extra support that the team is getting from the assistant manager, goalkeeping coach, head physio and chief scout, they've really not kicked on as much as I would have expected. It makes me think that maybe these backroom staff are not all that important. It's impossible to tell from the transfers what kind of difference having the best chief scout in the world would make, but right now I'm not seeing anything to convince me that I should invest a long time taking a look at backroom staff. But I think that will be it for this experiment. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, what you think about the results as well. Do you spend a lot of time thinking about your backroom staff, and have you ever noticed your backroom staff really give you a big advantage? Also, let us know if you want to see a second part to this. I can maybe skip 5 years ahead rather than going 1 year at a time in the next part, and drop a like on the video as well if you've enjoyed it. Of course, once again, you're welcome to check out my channel, see some of the experiment videos that we do over there. I've also done an experiment where I reverse the English Football League pyramid, so if you're interested in that, go and check it out. And of course, check out the FM Scout website at www.fmscout.com. There's all the tactics, logos, face packs, advice, tools that you can use in the game. Everything you could possibly want could be found on this website, so go and check it out, and also follow FM Scout on Twitter. But that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, but until next time, see ya.